Hello, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to another video for Arrow Season 3, Episode 12, and this is entitled Uprising. Um, yeah, guys, good episode. Good episode. We finally got to see, finally got to see Oliver back again. Finally, good Lord Almighty. Those episodes, I think, without him showed that they were just not. It was not working for me personally. It was not the same. And finally, he's back. And whew, man, I'm glad he's back. I really am because um, those episodes were not working. They were not working. They were barely just like keeping afloat. So yeah, finally Oliver's back. I like in this episode that we got to see some backstory on Merlin. I love the backstory on Merlin and how he became who he is, and I thought that was interesting. We got to see a little Oliver in this episode, a young Oliver and a young Tommy, which is very interesting as well. And I thought it worked. I thought those little child actors did well. We even got a little child Nissa, the actor, little actress portraying Nissa that was interesting, and we see like how what drove Merlin to do what he did, and yeah, I like the whole backstory. I really do. And we got to see more stuff on Oliver, with Tatsu, and her saying, to beat Ra's al Ghul, you gotta go find somebody that can train you. It should be Maseo do it, but Oliver goes and finds the next best thing, and that's Merlin, which makes sense because he can't go to Tatsu or Maseo now because he's with Ra's al Ghul, so there's nothing you can do there. So Merlin is it. He's the closest thing to that you can get because he was trained by the League. So why not? And it makes sense. So, but and we see that everyone's happy that he's back, but then we see we see that Felicity is not too happy, and it does come off a little bit whiny of her to do that. But I guess you could understand where she's coming from with that. But I think they're trying to push. She's going to go more with Ray Palmer now, and him being the Atom. And I think she's going to. There's going to be a split there. But it is coming off for me personally. It is coming off slightly whiny of her to do that. But I try to understand where she's coming from with that. Basically Oliver going to go back on everything that he believed in to train with this killer, this man that he murdered hundreds of thousands of people, in the first season with that cleansing of the glades or whatever. So that there, you could understand that where she's coming from. But we see, in this episode, well, it was kind of like a negative. I don't know, but it was good seeing Sin back, but it was just weird how they just like threw her in there, all of a sudden, like she's been gone like pretty much the whole season, right? I mean, I don't think we've seen her at all this season. I could be wrong, or I could be forgetting, but all last season you've seen her pretty much all the time, and now all of a sudden now she just pops up, just like whoa, where have you been, and then she recognizes that hey, that's not Sarah, that's somebody else, and at first she didn't get it, like when she was on the bike she didn't get it, but then when they were fighting she knew that was not Sarah. So yeah, and it's just weird. Another negative, a little bit, a negative for me is that Captain Lance, or he's supposed to be a detective, a cop, but he cannot see that that's not Sarah, that's somebody else, that's Laurel, whatever. I mean, he can tell that that's Roy Harper in the mask and everything. So he's like, "Hey, Harper, I know that's you, but I mean, you can't tell that that's not Sarah." I mean, I don't know. And and we see that Sin tells him that that's not Sarah. So there's going to go more into that, and I think there's going to be something go down pretty bad with that, and they're gearing up for that. So yeah, yeah, guys. I mean, the whole Brick situation. Vinnie Jones is awesome. I think he was great, but the whole Brick character is kind of a secondary villain, and he's not the main villain. I think we're going to. I'd like them to finally get, going where we're going. Like, who is the actual main villain? I mean, last year there was a set main villain. We knew who it was. It was Slade Wilson. This season, we don't know who it is. Is it Ra's al Ghul? I don't know. Is it Merlin? Is he the main villain? I don't know. So, it's who knows, and I'd like him to finally set a main villain. I mean, I think, for me personally, I'd have to go with Ra's al Ghul right now. I mean, he seems to be the main situation, but I mean, he's not really a villain per se. I mean, he was just after who killed Sarah, right? And that was what the whole deal was with Oliver, because Oliver confessed to doing that. So I don't know if he's like the real villain. I mean, it's like a mystery right now. So, it's going to be interesting to find out, and I really like them to get going where they're going. But yeah, guys, you can see, we see in this episode also that Thea's been training some more, and I like that she's actually training. But we have the negative, which we have Laurel out there fighting, and she hasn't really done anything. she really hasn't done anything, and she's out there fighting. It's just weird. So hopefully Oliver, and they'll touch on that next week. Like, maybe he'll ask, like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you here? Get the hell out. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not down with Laurel doing this right now. But it should be fascinating where they go with it. All in all, even though I'm not really supporting that whole Laurel situation right now, it was nice that the guy, I forget his name, but he plays Wildcat. I can't remember his name right now, but it was nice that he actually called out Laurel. Like, what are you doing? I mean, you're running around, you don't even know what you're doing. So that was neat that he called her out for that. But yeah, glad the whole Brick situation's done. Maybe we can move on to the main villain. I know they showed some pictures of Ray Palmer in the Atom suit, which looks awesome. We've seen some pictures of them bringing back Suicide Squad, which is cool. So we're going to be getting some other cool stuff coming up, and yeah, I mean, yeah, that's some other negatives, like Diggle. I mean, Diggle not fighting, like, at the computer still, it's just weird. Still, they still haven't touched on, like, where's Diggle's baby at, that type of stuff. It's just, like, stuff that they leave hanging. Still nothing for Oliver's baby either. I mean, they've left that hang for quite a while. But yeah, guys, it was a good episode. Very good episode, but I'm glad that Oliver's back, and I think the episodes will finally get back on track to where they should be. And I did find that Oliver coming back all of a sudden dressed in his suit was just like, whoa. I mean, he's like kind of startling, because at one moment he's getting on the truck in another country, and then all of a sudden he's in the suit right there. But he convinced Merlin to not kill Brick. So maybe there's some redemption there for Merlin. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below if there's anything I forgot. If you guys want to mention, please do so. And that's going to do it for me, guys, this week. Like and subscribe also, guys. Appreciate the support. But yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm Chris for Christopher's Entertainment Blog. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.